You know, I was not aware that Supergirl was coming back until a couple hours ago. Yeah. My name is Mike Brown, aka ReviewKingMB, and obviously I just got done watching Supergirl, the return from the mid-season point. This is season 1, episode 9, entitled Blood Bonds. And the way how I found out was I was on Facebook, and I follow Supergirl and a bunch of other comic book related things, and they posted a picture saying, "Tonight, Supergirl returns," and they showed a big picture of Kara, Alex, with Astra in her cuffs. And I thought, holy crap, let me prepare for this show coming back. At the beginning, it picks up right where the last episode left off, where Supergirl is fighting Non, who's a character that people had to remind me who he was. He's one of General Zod's disciples in the Christopher Reeve movie. And when they explained that to me, I said, oh, that guy, who I don't think he said one word in that movie. But on this show, I guess we're going to make him a character. And he's Astra's husband, I guess. They still don't act like a married couple. There's no affection or love between them. If they are married, it feels like it was an arranged marriage or something. But anyways, the fight was pretty cool. You know, seeing them fly all the way up into the sky, and then the moment where the airplane went between them, that was just very cool. And then they throw each other into the ground. Effects pretty damn good for a TV show. Again, I will admit that. The fight ends, though, when they take off and they kidnap Hank Henshaw. And that's what most of the episode is about. It's about them trying to get Henshaw back. And I get it in some sense. But I was sitting there the whole time, especially when they showed Hank in restraints with the Kryptonians. And I just was thinking, why doesn't he turn into Martian Manhunter and beat all of their asses and leave? Especially when the whole thing was you have to make an extraction. They want Astra for Hank, so if you don't do this, we're not gonna stop. And it's like, well, if Hank just stops himself, then wouldn't this all be over? Maybe I missed something. Maybe there was a reason why he didn't want to become Martian Manhunter, and maybe I missed it. Now, I can't believe in my last review for the mid-season finale that I neglected to talk about Cat Grant figuring out that Kara was Supergirl. It's huge. It was very huge. It was a cool moment in that last episode, and I loved it. You get to this episode, and I don't know how I felt. I mean, when Kara even first said that, oh, Cat thinks I'm Supergirl, and I said to myself, well, why are you saying think? I mean, isn't it obvious that she knows now? And then you spent the whole episode of Kara trying to still put up that charade and pretend like, haha, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not Supergirl. And it was a whole back and forth of Cat keep saying, you are Supergirl, where's your cape, all this stuff. And I don't know. I didn't really care for it all that much. I liked the moment, kind of, when Kat said, look, you're wasting your time at this job while you're doing this. There are people out there who are not being saved. So basically, I'm going to fire you. I mean, the logic, the rationale, I thought made sense. For Kat, it shows that she isn't as self-absorbed as she makes herself out to be. And then you come to the moment, I'll just skip to the very end, where Supergirl shows up in Kat's office, and then Kara shows up. So Kat, or Kara and Supergirl are in Kat's office at the same time, and I was sitting there like, okay. I know Batman's done this once before, but that makes more sense. How are they pulling this off? And I felt like an idiot once you find out that it was John Jones, Martian Manhunter, who was pretending to be Supergirl. Totally makes sense. I will give him the pass on that. But now we're back to Kat not thinking that she, Kara, is Supergirl. We're back to the status quo, so that's why I don't really know how I felt about it. But then again, it was too many people knowing her secret identity. So it's a mixed bag. I guess they wanted to get it out of the way. There was probably too many people online who were saying, how can Kat not figure it out? So what did they do? They got it right out of the way now. So we can move on from this. I guess is why they did it. There's a moment where Kara gives Alex some fast food, because she says when you're stressed out you don't eat, so here's some food. And they said it was some like place in Chicago or something. And I was waiting for them to say Big Belly Burger, but they never did. Please tell me that that's what she got her. Big Belly Burger. I would love that. That would be hilarious. Jimmy and Wynn had their own side plot of trying to see what Maxwell Lord has going on, his experiments, I guess. And this was interesting to see them without Kara go off and do something. They failed miserably, but still, again, it was nice to see them do that, and it was also nice to see Maxwell Lord be an evil dick, because that's what he is. By the end of it, he has some experiment or something going on with that girl. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I really don't know. I do know that Bizarro, Supergirl Bizarro, is coming to the show. I don't know if that's what this was, but still, I'm very much looking forward to that. Very cool. General Lane is annoying as fuck, and that's the note that I wrote down. Every time he showed up on screen, I wanted to smack him. I wanted to choke him. I wanted to just say, get this fucker out of here. By the end of the episode, they did basically do that. They said, your services are no longer required. Get the fuck out. In so many words. I never want to see this character ever again. He's annoying. He was never this annoying on Smallville when it was a different actor. They didn't write him to be this much of a prick. I'm sorry. I just don't like the guy. So you get some back and forth moments with Kara and Astra, which I like this a lot. I like seeing Astra be a little bit more, I don't want to say human, because she's not human, but I just mean more compassionate, more understandable, seeing more of her point of view. Again, this was something that we got last time, but just it helps peel some layers behind the villain and understand her more, and even Kara relate to her. Even when Kara got really angry and wanted to just go out and rage and kill everybody, that was kind of cool. Just, again, seeing how Astra could get to the point where she did. And so when they do make the extraction, I guess we're going to forgive Astra for killing all those soldiers and the bombs. That setup, oops. But, so they do the extraction. There's a whole bunch of Kryptonians surrounding them, and Astra calls it off. A brief moment of truce, but not really. This isn't over, they said. So we'll see what happens with that. And then Kara finds out about Hank Hemshaw being John Jones, the Martian Manhunter, which was, I'm glad we weren't keeping this that much of a secret from her, like that much longer. I'm glad she knows now. I'm curious to see what their relationship is going to be now. Very different. Obviously, Henshaw immediately helped her with the whole cat thing. So again, decent episode. Pretty good episode, actually. I don't know. I don't know what I want more from it. The show is still in its infancy. It still has plenty of potential. And I'm liking it a whole lot more than I was at the beginning. That's for damn sure. So guys, let me know in the comments below, what did you think of tonight's episode, Blood Bonds? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!